Well, good evening, everyone, on this President's Day evening, a holiday for some people, maybe not for everybody, but certainly a beautiful day for everyone who is here today in our area today with all kinds of sunshine, mild and warm temperatures in the into the lowest 60s. Warm once again. Do we have more of this coming? Well, let's take a look for the next 10 days. In summary, we have a warm Tuesday coming. Temperatures probably back into the lower 50s or maybe more, depending on the sunshine. And then very warm on Thursday. We'll talk about that in a moment. In between, you'll have a chilly Wednesday. Yeah, a seasonal weather day. Yay! Anyway, with some light rain, light sleet. Yeah, it's going to be pretty miserable on Wednesday. I will say that. Not the most pleasant day at all. Good day to do indoor stuff. And then prepare for Thursday, which, hey, do some outside stuff. Colder on Friday and Saturday. There's a slight chance we might see a little bit of light snow on Saturday if some moisture creeps up from the south, but not really excited about that. But I still put it in just as, hey, if you see some snowflakes, say, hey, wow, we haven't seen too many this year. Mild air returns for Sunday and Monday with temperatures back into the 40s, possibly into the low 50s, depending on what happens. But that battle with very warm and cold will continue into the first week of March. We'll still start to see some more storms. You'll see there will be quite a contrast across the northeastern part of the country. There is a concern I do have, and I've said this before, that as we enter March and a change of season begins as we go from winter to spring, which we kind of feel like we've been in spring, but the pattern shifts into chilly/miserable springtime for much of March and April for our area. I don't know if that's going to happen. It's not a forecast, but it is a concern I've had since the end of January. So we'll have to see. But again, there are some signs indicating that might happen, may not, but it might. So just to kind of be aware of that. All right, here we go. Satellite picture here. A lot of clouds, but really not a lot of action at this point. This is a pretty good system here. There's a little system in this area right in here, and that's kind of going to be riding along like this. And there's a little weak system in here too that's also going to be riding on out, bring a couple showers. This will try to bring a few showers maybe, but again, nothing really that big. Under the radar, you can see that, yeah, there's a patch of stuff here in Pennsylvania that's not hitting the ground, so don't worry about it. But really, not much going on. Like I said, there's just not a lot going on. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. Again, weak area of some things, weak system up in here, but again, not a whole lot. This is, as we look to this evening, not a lot going on. And we advance to looking to Wednesday, and this is actually Tuesday evening. And what you see is that there were a few showers that came through perhaps during the night tonight and maybe even during the earlier part of the day on Tuesday, but not a big deal. But it looks like it's cooler, but there'll still be a westerly wind flow. I mean, a touch of cooler air trying to come in, but still fairly mild on Tuesday. Wednesday. Okay, on Wednesday, we had colder air that actually came in, and you can see there's a advance of moisture coming across here. Again, it's not a lot of moisture with this. There'll be some light rain, could be some light sleet, but it would just be a very cool, damp day on Wednesday, especially later in the day and in the afternoon. And by Thursday, we have this area of low pressure to our north. Now, when you get a storm system tracking just to the north along a strong boundary, that means it's cold up in here, and you got strong southerly southwest flow, and north of that, man, south of that, boy, it's really warm up. And if we get into the sunshine, yeah, we're talking 70 degrees. Yeah, 70. That's not March. That's not February weather, but that's what's looking like. Strong change by the end of day on Friday. Much colder air being driven down by this high pressure to our area. Boy, I tell you, it is going to be a shock to the system. Temperatures on Friday about half of what they will be on Thursday. So yeah, so in other words, take 70 divided in half, you get 35. It might even be colder than that. Some models do indicate that, but I tend to think about mid 30s probably. But still, that's going to be a shock to the system. And then by Saturday, again, I talked about this weak system here that kind of coming through the flow this way, and there's a little bit of disturbed weather to our north. I just don't see them coming together to produce a system that could be along the coast. temperatures again in the 30s on Saturday. So yeah, Saturday's to be a pretty cool day as well. But there's no real push of cold air behind these systems. What we see here by Sunday, look at this. You got the warm air is already beginning to come, the warm advection in the middle part of the country. We have a high pressure over us on Sunday. I mean, the cold air is leaving again. Same thing. And we notice that by Monday you have a storm system. Now, we will have some kind of a storm system. I suspect it will go to our west, but I don't know if it's going to be that far north or west. I suspect it might be more over here, maybe, if I'm going to guess, and then redevelop somewhere in this vicinity over here or Long Island, somewhere off the coast here, redevelop. I do expect it'll come in. Could be a little bit of mixing, maybe, but I don't know. We'll have to see more details as we get closer. But again, to our north, yeah, it'd be colder, but still, it's just the same kind of pattern over and over. That probably would do this, but I would take this whole thing and probably shift it a little bit further south, a little more towards Cape Cod type of thing. But again, doesn't really change much for us. Probably still be rain. It could be a pretty good snow for parts of New England and upstate New York. But again, for our area, just we're not getting that. We're just getting probably rain out of that, and we'll have to see. And then that pulls away, and you see once again there's cold air to the north. Look at this. Look down here in Texas, and these areas building warmth again. And so what does that mean temperature-wise? Let's take a look here. All right, temperature-wise, what do we have? Go through this fairly quickly here. We're in the 40s. Here we are. Again, 40s, maybe near 50 on Tuesday. We'll have to see how that worked out, depending on the sunshine. This is what happens for Wednesday. It's a raw, chilly, a rare raw, chilly day for the month of February. But then look at this on Thursday. I think this is actually possible. If you get enough sunshine, we got set going for 70. There just has not been any stopping the warm air this year, particularly this month. And then on Friday, temperatures back into the like in the mid to upper 30s, about 50% of what it is on Thursday. And then we go to you see here on Saturday, temperatures. I think this is probably a little cold, but it probably will be cloudy, and so won't be quite as warm. But it'll definitely be chilly. I think probably in the low 30s, maybe mid 30s, possibly on Saturday. Here again on Sunday, I would say probably around 40. A little bit, maybe low 40s, and then on Monday we're back into the possibly heading towards 50 again. So. And then you see next week we're in the 40s, depending on exactly where that storm tracks. And you can see once again we're into the into the 20s there. We'll have to see what is there any change happening in the weather? But you can see, particularly for this week, it's still mild, warm on Tuesday, raw Wednesday, gorgeous, but particularly Thursday afternoon, just absolutely spectacular. Should be absolutely spectacular. Temperatures up, rising up towards 70, just really. And then the bottom kind of crashes out. Friday and Saturday, definitely much colder, and Sunday begins to warm up. We'll have to watch to see whether there's some sort of storm system again for the early part of next week and how that tracks. But we'll give more details as we get closer. All right. Hey, take care. Have a great day, and I hope you have a great evening and a great week. God bless.